right, we're here with Coach. We'll go ahead and get started. Percy, start us out. We'll go to Jeff Brown after that.
Awesome. Hey there, Coach. Earlier you talked about the importance of matching Las Vegas energy and effort at the start. What did you see tonight, particularly in that first quarter?
You see that. Thought that, again, our effort defensively wasn't there to begin. You can't, go down 13 points on the road to an amazing team. Defensively, our activity was low. 12 minutes of that first half, we had one deflection, and that's not normal for us. Jackie Young's too comfortable. Just a lot of defensive lack, in my opinion.
And then for like Jewel Lloyd, she had obviously a tough night for her. Just haven't seen this from her. No field goal for the first time since 2022. The things that you're seeing from her during this 5-game stretch, and what she's kind of really struggling with her perimeter shooting, are what?
Yeah, a couple of things. It's getting a feel for the game, finding some comfort for her. Again, she receives other teams' best defender. She's, gets top block, they're physical. So we just, trying to find a balance, getting her in space in the middle of the floor, trying to get her some transition touches and looks. But defensively as well, she's taking on some tough assignments and, that is difficult, that balance of that. So a couple of things, just, finding ways to get her going early is very essential for us.
There you go. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Percy. Jeff, and then we'll go to Christian.
Yeah, Coach, I know after the slow start against Phoenix, I know you talked about the emphasis on being better defensively and everything, and then how this quarter played out to open this game. Just kind of as a coach, what are your feelings, watching your team in that first quarter not bringing the energy and effort?
Yeah, it's unacceptable. Energy and effort is something that we should show up with all the time, off of the strength of us being professionals. And, that's something that we shouldn't have to coach or continue to remind ourselves with. We have the proper energy, effort, the want to, the mindset. I think that we can compete against any team in this league, but if our mindset is not that, then we struggle. And it's not, it's across the board. It has to be 1 through 11, and coaches included. It has to be everyone that, has the mental fortitude and mentality that, we're going to get stops, whether it's KYP, individual matchups, being connected in our defensive effort. But, those things I shouldn't have to bother those things. We should show up with that, intangibles.
And then on the positive, Ezzy had 19 and 13. Jordan had 18 and 6. I talked to NECA a little bit about them and their performances. She called it the future of the franchise. Those two players, and just kind of what did you see out of Jordan and Ezzy in this game?
Great activity, want to, energy, aggressiveness, a mindset defensively that they're going to be locked into their scout and live within in their number one roles. And just it's a great passion for being for playing this game. Honestly, the things that Ezzy and Jordan were doing with pace, a lot of the deflections, and we talk about the energy that Jordan brings on a defensive end helped kind of spark a lot of things in the second half. As with Ezzy, getting the deflections, rebounds, and getting into the paint. I think what you're seeing is a testament to the work they're putting in and the focus that they want to have to be at their best for their team.
Definitely. Thank you, Coach.
Sure.
Thanks, Jeff. Christian, and then Alberta.
Hey, Coach. After a game like that, there's kind of something I did see in the second half that kind of got the team back into it. One of them was a 2-woman game between Ezzy and Jordan, especially kind of like right off the baseline, right near closer to the rim than they kind of have most last couple games. I'm just
Yeah.
wondering, is that something they've been working on in practice, kind of like diligently, and also the forwards really kind of showed up for the team today. At one point, I believe NECA, Ezzy, and Jordan had 47 points. And the team, the rest of the play only had 17. Just wondering, when a day like this, when the backcourt isn't exactly producing, what are you seeing from the front court, and how do you build off of that?
Yeah, to your first question, I think that's just what happens when we kind of move that ball to second and third side, and that is an emphasis. And so, if the first action isn't there, a lot of times our threes are on the back side. So Tori, Jordan, they're getting into third side, an ability to come off of a DHO or ball screen. And Jordan has been doing an excellent job of getting into the paint, not only to create for herself, but for others. And yeah, that's a part of their PD work. That's a part of, our offensive flow when we get into that rhythm. And you're absolutely correct. I thought our front court showed up and were consistent and very efficient and played difficult. Asia's a difficult cover, and you kind of live with, some of the tough contested shots, but I thought that they competed at a high level and they kept us afloat, honestly.
Thank you.
Alberto, go ahead.
Coach, considering Jewel's importance for the team and her performance tonight, and just after a really good winning stretch and now having two consecutive losses and then facing another tough team next, how do you help your team bounce back mentally to get back on the winning side?
Yeah, it's not going to get easier. But I think what helps this team is to disconnect and unplug. We're going to have a day off to get, our minds, our bodies to where we need to be, and 2 really good days of practice. I think, for a competitive group, for a group that needs to get back on track, it's about it's taking a step away sometimes, recalibrating and coming back with a fresh set of eyes, fresh set of lungs. We got some people who have to get recover and with their health a little bit. So take some time away, come back, get refocused, and get right back to it.
Thank you.
All right, Jordan, wrap us up.
Hey, Coach. So one of the bright spots for you tonight was Jordan Horson. She gave you some valuable minutes off the bench. I guess just talk about that trust you've had in her these last couple of games.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier, being a superstar in her role. The energy that she brings off the bench is, vital for, our group. And she's very focused on her number one role, which is to make sure she's defending at a high level. And I talk about everything offensively becomes a bonus because of her skill set, because of her versatility, her height. She can get to the rim, her athleticism. She can finish over a lot of bodies, but also she's being patient offensively. She's not forcing. She's finding her rhythm and her groove within her spots, and being exactly who we know that she can be. She's very focused. She's very locked in, and because of that, she's been very consistent.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, thanks, Coach. We'll see everybody back in Seattle.
Thank you.